going on, guys? Mike Sheemer here, doing another Mike's Mercedes Musings video I haven't done for a while. It's like in 45 degrees or so here in Massachusetts. I got the windows down, I got the sunroof down, getting some vitamin D in to help improve the immune system, because we got a rough upcoming winter probably, and I got 2 kids and a wife in preschool, so lots of germs coming in. So I wanted to just talk real quick about kind of the difficulties of being a parent and an entrepreneur at the same time, because there are, it's great being a parent. It's sometimes, in some ways, it's the most important thing you'll ever do. If you choose to be a parent, or maybe you don't choose to be, but it just happens. So it's a wonderful thing, but incredibly challenging, difficult, frustrating, stressful, all that stuff. And being an entrepreneur, honestly, is the same thing. They're both incredibly difficult, incredibly challenging, and so for some people, it's a choice. For other people, it's, it's just in your blood, it's in your bones. You have to be an entrepreneur. It's so hard to work for somebody. That's a whole separate topic. It's a big one. But anyways, so it's very uncertain being an entrepreneur and a parent, so it's very similar like that. You never know what's going to happen in entrepreneurship as a business owner, as a founder, investor, whatever it's going to be. There's so many different options in business. You could be a network marketer, an affiliate marketer, a full-time YouTuber or blogger, or both. There are no real guarantees, and every week you kind of start at zero. Every month you start at zero. I mean, in some ways. In other ways, of course, you don't, but because you put in a lot of time and effort and sweat equity and all that stuff. But the uncertainty, there's a lot of stress from that uncertainty, from doing all the work yourself, especially if you're a solopreneur. Sometimes you got to be in control, you got to micromanage, you have to do everything yourself to save money, to maximize your profits, or just because you are not a control freak, but it's very important to you, and it's hard to give up control as an entrepreneur. It's hard to give up control as a parent too, because you want to do everything yourself, or you just want to be in control of your situation. But with kids, I have 2 kids, it gets crazy, and you have to trust in your spouse, your family. Nobody knows really. Nobody has a perfect blueprint, just like in business. Nobody has a perfect blueprint. It's always got to change. It's always evolving. There's always like a wrench being thrown into things. You have to adapt on the fly, and it can be very lonely too, being an entrepreneur and a parent, because you have a lot of responsibility, you have a lot of work, big workload all the time. Can be overwhelming, and anyways, so your social life and your relationships can suffer as a parent or as an entrepreneur. And I've seen that with myself. I've seen that with so many people, especially if you're working long hours or you're doing a side hustle on top of a full-time job. So I mean, there are a lot of other similarities. Like, in these videos, I don't really prepare for anything. I don't script it, so I'm just kind of speaking from the heart, whatever kind of first comes to mind. But there are financial struggles too, for parents and for entrepreneurs. It's definitely, especially in the beginning, it could be tight, or if you have to make a new investment, could be preschool if you're a parent, could be college, could be sports, could be, you got to get an SUV instead of a sedan so you can fit your kids, you can fit all the stuff, their sports stuff and their school stuff in the car. You might be getting a new house, whatever it is, because your current place is a little too small. Or, better school, better area of, for them to grow up in, whatever it's going to be. When you're an entrepreneur, it's similar. There's going to be upfront costs. There are going to be ongoing costs. There are, risk management costs. Like if you want to set it up as an LLC or get insurance, get licensed, get a trademark or a patent or something. There are tons of different options. Monthly fees, software costs, and I could go on and on forever. It's a big topic, a lot of struggles for both people, and it's inevitable though. But if you're gonna be struggling, you might as well do a good job. I forget I don't know who said it originally, but it really rang true for me earlier this year. I'm sure it's been a saving for a long time, but it's success is hard, failure is hard, choose your hard. Do you want to go through life struggling because you are a failure, you're out of shape, you're poor, whatever? If you want to struggle that way, or do you want to struggle because you're successful, you're in shape, you're a good parent, or you're doing your best? Nobody's a perfect parent, myself included, that's for sure. But, do you want to struggle and do well, or struggle and do poorly? So that's really your choice. And that kind of got me out of my, it got me out of kind of a funk I was in. I was kind of like in a pity party. Woe is me. I'm dealing with so many health issues, family issues. My business is going well and finances are going well, but just not as well as I wanted them to. Ideally, I wanted to, shoot for the moon and land among the stars. And I was kind of, I was in the atmosphere. I'm in still, but just not. I'm not I'm not on a rocket trajectory to Mars. And you make sacrifices as an entrepreneur. You make sacrifices as a parent. But you still want to try to pursue something in your life. You want to still have success. You don't want to just be an entrepreneur. You don't want to just be a parent. You want to, you want to have it all. You want to have your cake and eat it too. You want to succeed in multiple areas. But, sometimes the harder you are trying to be a parent, or the harder you're trying to be an entrepreneur, the more things kind of fall by the wayside at times, whether it's your health, your finances, social life, hobbies, or friendships. It's a good nerd quote that I've thought about a few times, and it's from Star Wars: A New Hope, which is probably my favorite Star Wars, the original, 1977, and Grand Moff Tarkin, the top Imperial officer, he goes, our battle station will keep people in line through fear, and Leia Organa says, the more you tighten your grip, the more star systems will slip through your fingers. So, you can apply that to life. Like, the harder you push, the harder you strive towards something, family success, business success, monetary success, the harder you squeeze, sometimes the more falls through the cracks. And that is absolutely true. So I've kind of I've gotten a little off topic. I included some great quotes here I think you should really think about. But here's the deal. I'll just end with this. I mean, it's too late for me. I'm already an entrepreneur in my bones, in my heart. I'm already a parent of 2 kids. I mean, there's no going back on this stuff for me. But if you are not an entrepreneur, if you're not a parent, you need to think very, very, very carefully before committing to making that decision. Because it's gonna take years of your life. It could even take the rest of your life. And everything has its cost. Everything has its sacrifices. So do you really want to be an entrepreneur? Do you want to pay the price? Do you want to, pay the price of glory and fame, or even just mild success? Everything has a cost. Everyone would be an entrepreneur if it was easy and everybody was getting rich. Okay? Just in general, there are some great business opportunities that are better than others. I mean, Live Good is one of them. That's a whole, you'll see all my other videos going into that. But I mean, it's not all glory. It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. And every single business owner or entrepreneur, successful or not, will tell you that. And the same is true for parenting. So if you really want to be a parent, you've always wanted to be, it's your life goal, and it makes you so happy to have a family, then that's fantastic. But you really need to make that choice, commit, do whatever it takes, and just be aware that it's going to change your life forever. So I mean, those are just a few parallels between the two things. There are many more, of course. Maybe I'll do a part 2 at some point, months or years down the line as my kids get older, because they're still pretty young. But anyways, check out my Live Good business opportunity, my other either websites, resources, financial opportunities below. And I'm gonna film more videos driving, more videos walking, workouts, Live Good videos, bootstrap business videos. I'm going to be filming more soon. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like, comment. What do you think? Are you a parent? Are you an entrepreneur? Are you a business owner? What, sacrifices have you made? What are the benefits? What have you enjoyed as a result? So, I mean, I've enjoyed a lot. Let's be honest. It's not all hard work and sacrifice. There's a lot of good rewards, and let me know. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.